to our channel. This week on Becoming a Dog Owner, we are covering the best way to pay for your pet's medical expenses. Pet insurance can be a lifesaver when your pup gets sick or injured, but it's not always the best choice for everyone. Today we will be discussing the reasons why you might not want to get pet insurance and what you can do instead. It is important to weigh the pros and cons before deciding whether or not to get pet insurance for your pup, but I'm here to tell you that there is a better way. It is important to note that this information is specific to Vancouver, BC, where prices for goods and services tend to be higher and taxes applied to many items. However, it's worth keeping in mind that everyone's financial situation and costs will vary, and what may be expensive to one person may not be for another. All right, let's dive in. So first, I wanted to share a personal experience that we had with pet insurance. When we first got our puppy Willa from the breeder, they offered a free Trupanion plan for the first month. Unfortunately, within that period, Willa accidentally consumed a joint of marijuana on a walk, and a few hours later, she started acting wobbly, and as new parents, we were really scared and didn't know what to do. We contacted our vet and took Willa in for an examination right away. The vet suspected that she had ingested something toxic, but we were unsure, so we discussed our options and decided to induce vomiting to get rid of the substance. It was a very emotional day, but we were really relieved that Willa was healthy and safe by the end of it. So these live pictures were actually the night she came home and I finally stopped crying. She's so tiny. After our vet bill was paid, we decided to check the total cost of the services and the insurance claim. Here's a breakdown of the vet bill. Although each service seemed small, the total cost added up really quickly. Since we had pet insurance, we decided to also do blood work just to make sure that Willa was 100% okay. So if you go the pet insurance route, their base plan is $250 a month, and it only covers 90% of the covered costs. A vet visit is actually not one of those covered costs, and it's $94 on this bill. So first, that month, you paid $250 into your pet insurance. Then your vet bill comes and it's $794.10. Then the pet insurance is only actually going to cover $371. So you paid Trupanion $250 that month and the vet $794, equaling over $1,000, but you only get $371 back. Pet insurance companies often provide minimal coverage because they exclude many common services, such as the vet visits. The standard price for a vet visit is around $100, which is usually not covered by pet insurance policies. As a result, you may end up paying for most of your pet's healthcare expenses out of pocket, despite paying for the insurance. One of the biggest reasons why you might not want to get pet insurance is the cost. Monthly or annual premiums can add up over time, and some policies can be quite expensive. Additionally, some policies may not cover certain medical conditions or treatments or may have limits on the amounts of coverage provided. If your pet has a pre-existing condition, pet insurance may not be the best option for you because many policies will not cover pre-existing conditions, which can be a problem if your pet is already sick or has a chronic condition. Let's take a closer look at the numbers involved. The average lifespan of a dog is around 10 to 13 years. So for simplicity's sake, let's assume it's 10 years. If you pay the minimum amount for pet insurance, which is $250 per month, you'll end up paying the insurance company $250 times 12 months per year times 10 years, which equals $30,000. That's a significant amount of money, which may not even cover all of your pet's healthcare needs. Instead of spending so much on pet insurance, there are other options that can help you save money while ensuring that your pet receives the care they need. So what can you do instead? Rather than paying a monthly premium to a pet insurance company, consider opening a savings account specifically for your pet's medical expenses. You will contribute the same amount you would have paid for the insurance each month, but you'll earn interest on this money. This way, you'll have access to the funds whenever your pet needs medical attention. Think of it as a trust for your pup, and only use this money when necessary. If you can afford to pay the insurance company $250 per month, you can easily contribute the same amount into your own savings account instead, allowing you to earn interest on your money and have complete control over your funds. You can even increase that amount to $300 or more. If you have a partner, then you can split the contribution and pay only $125 per month, which is much more reasonable expense than paying for pet insurance. It is important to note that if you have a puppy breed with common health issues that may result in healthcare costs exceeding $30,000, pet insurance may be worth considering. This is especially true during the early stages of your pup's life when they may require more medical attention. Additionally, at the end of their life, there may be increased healthcare costs as well. In these cases, it's important to weigh the potential expenses against the cost of insurance and determine what makes the most financial sense for you and your pet. For example, I have a friend that just got a puppy last year, and she works full-time for 8 hours a day and lets the dog out at lunch. During this time period, the puppy did get into a lot of drawers and areas where she shouldn't have been and ate socks and other objects, which of course meant that they had to take their pup into the vet in order to have all of those objects and socks removed. So the costs actually did exceed what they would have been able to save, and they really relied on that pet insurance. So I'm not discrediting that. The rule of thumb for these types of costs, when you are getting a puppy and if something unexpected did come up, do you have $5,000 available for life-saving surgery for your dog? And if you don't have the ability to put up $5,000 for that pup, then maybe consider putting off getting a dog until you have that amount saved up. So maybe in a year's or 2 years' time, you can start saving for your pup so that you do have that $5,000. Or maybe pet insurance is the right choice for you, but you will end up putting away that $5,000 paying an insurance company that you could have been in your own savings account. So that's really what I'm advocating for here, is that you get ownership over your money instead of handing it over to an insurance company. My recommendation is to set up a savings account with your personal bank or with Wealthsimple. Wealthsimple savings accounts have an amazing user experience. I have one for myself and I have one for Willa. One major benefit to this approach is that by opening up a savings account and setting aside the amount of money that you would have paid in premiums, you'll have a substantial amount of money saved up. For example, by the time your dog reaches 5 years of age, if nothing has happened, you'll have $15,000 saved up. This money is entirely under your control, instead of being paid to a pet insurer. In the unfortunate event that your dog passes away prematurely, the money is yours to use as you see fit, such as purchasing a new puppy. Of course, whether or not you decide to get pet insurance is ultimately up to you. It's important to consider your own financial situation, your pet's health and breed, and your ability to pay for unexpected veterinary expenses. Keep in mind that $5,000. I wanted to provide you with our personal experience and show you that we have already saved thousands of dollars for Willa in under a year, and you can too. Taking care of your dog and becoming financially stable can happen all at once. You enjoyed this video, and I appreciate all of you so much for tuning in. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who you think would benefit from this information. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.